Hello, friends. This is Ahdohgahlius back. First of all, before I want to continue, I would like to apologize for the manner in which my last episode ended. I unfortunately had an update on my computer that killed my fraps, and so it ended kind of mid-turn, and I was unable to prepare you for that, and I apologize for that. If it ever happens again, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that it probably will, much to my chagrin. Please know that it is not on purpose, and I will do my best to keep that from happening again in the future. What happened thereafter is basically I just moved my armies into position and ended the turn. Nothing really big happened. Excuse me. So let's just continue here. We are once again at war with Carthage. They declared war on us, and I'm just taking a look at Carolus here. Nothing really big happening here. They do have a sizable force, so it's not a full stack. They do, however, have a full, well, almost a full stack here. This is a fleet, which I really do not want to get entangled with at the moment. We're holding in Alalia, and we are holding steady here in Cosentia. Now, what I'm hoping to do is actually, I may as well, because I believe Libya is a client state of Rome, and yes, it is. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and declare war on Rome once I get my forces uh, positioned properly. Just go ahead and declare war on Libya. They have a very small force in the city of Syracuse, and hopefully take the entire island of Syracuse. Carthage has one settlement that is Lilybom, or Lilybom. Lilybom. I guess I said that the same way. Anyway, Lilybaeum. And they also have the island here of Corsica. And Sardinia I have control of now. So hopefully my terrible American geography got that correct. If I am wrong, I apologize. And then we'll see, kind of watch developments from there. I am hoping to get some sort of treaty with the Ligurians. They don't really hate me, although they are neutral, just barely. I do have some money. I could give you a trade agreement. What if I take away non-aggression pact? Okay, no. Well, let's do non-aggression pact and do a trade agreement, and I give them a bit of money. I'm willing to offer them some money just to kind of, it's not going to happen. How about just non-aggression? No, they're not gonna bite. Just so I can, protect my northern flank here. But it is looking as though they are not going to accept that. So, yeah, and also, excuse me if I am, my voice is a little bit hoarse, or if I am stumbling over my words. I've been kind of teaching all day. I had an interview as well, and I've just been talking all day, and it tends to take its toll on the tongue, whatever that means. So if I do get tongue-tied or I do stumble on my words, I apologize for that. I'm going to move this army, which is, I believe, yeah, it's Legio the Second Antiqua, down to the very tiptoe of the boot of Italy. And I think our public order is still relatively low. I'm going to keep this very small garrison force here, just to kind of hopefully keep public order from getting out of control again. I would like to build an auxiliary barracks, and although I'll take away only one food, I would like to improve the public order here and then be able to disband this to save a bit of this small army, just to save a bit of money. But yeah, my income is also very, very low here. I'm not trading with very many factions, and the trade is not very sizable. So what I'm going to do then, I'm just going to go ahead and get this auxiliary barracks, which will eat up the rest of my funds. And I'm not going to declare war on Libya just yet. I want to make sure that I am... Oh, slums. Darn it. I forgot about that. Alright, well, let me dismantle that. Yeah, I think those are actually there when I took over the city. I don't remember that. Actually, I think there was an open slot, and then when I took over the city, there was a slot that I couldn't fill. I didn't have enough funds. And then I ended the turn, and it turned into slums, something like that. So that was about the only real message that I received for the end of that turn. So let's go ahead and end that turn. will be drinking a lot of water, so I apologize. I've had a long, grueling day of interviewing and teaching, and yeah. I did sign a new contract today, so hopefully that will mean more money for the family. And I did teach several classes at another place at which I teach mostly adults now. I was teaching children for quite a long time, but after having a small child and teaching small children, you tend to want to get past the kinder a little bit. Excuse me, kinder, if you will. Excuse me, once again, I'm a bit hoarse, so again, I apologize. Probably not the best time to record, but hey, I want to get some Total War in. I want to kill some fools. Kill some electronically animated peoples. So, yeah, consecrated ground in Alalia. And we did have military sabotage, which occurred where? Wow, down here. Wow, okay, what exactly did she do? She poisoned my provisions. Damn, woman. Okay, well, that means that I'm going to have to get my spy back over there. I could leave her there, but it's far more important that she is able to help me with this agent issue that I have. So I suppose we will not. Well, we could declare war on Libya and just take. Could I take Syracuse in this turn? Can they go all the way down there? They cannot. Well, all right. I'm going to declare war on Libya. I would like to replenish, but yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it. They don't have anything there.
I greet you as befits your reputation. Now,
Friend, my keister, so man. Seriously, I'm not your friend. You're already... Carthage is already at war with me, so... Eat that. Alright, we are at war with Libya, and I'm going to move you down here. Can I put you... I cannot put you in a fortified... Like I said. Long day. Fortified stance. And this group of... This small group of Etruscans... the only thing they're going to do is cause me public order issues, and that is enemy transports. I mean, I could send my army out after them, but that would be stupid. So, I can't see what they have exactly. I don't want to leave. Yeah, my public order. Oh, because that army is moved out of there now. Public order is once again fallen, and it's still negative. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully, it's actually not that terrible now. But I am going to march them up to Neapolis, and then hopefully, I just want. The only reason why I'm really concerned about them, and I'm not really all that concerned about them, they have only 3 units. Hopefully, I can defeat them with my transport ships, because it is transports. Is that they're raiding, and this is causing me diplomatic public order penalties in Italia. So what I'm going to do now is check my cities and see my provinces, and see if I have anything that I can use here. -1. Oh yeah, 15 plus 15. Let us first build a meeting place. That'll take all of my... public order is actually not a problem. I would... God. I really would like to do something to increase public order in Magna Graecia, but... Yeah. Let's just do this for now, because it's going to at least fill that construction slot, and then we will have to work on Magna Graecia and Italia later. At any rate, yeah, we could build some temples and whatnot, and hopefully turn this situation around. I just would like to get rid of those damned Etruscans. So let's end this turn. I'm sure Libya will have something to say to me. What? Oh, apologize for this. Oh, no. Don't die. Okay, we're back. Again, like I said, I bought a new computer. I have all sorts of updates occurring and things, and so if that happens, once again, I am very, very sorry. I thought I got through all of the updates when I turned on my computer and let it run for a while, but evidently not. Technology, you confuse me. Okay. Ooh, Libya, you have like a unit coming after me. I'm gonna take Syracuse from you, and you will eat my shorts, my proverbial shorts. Okay, yeah. don't literally do that. Well, I guess I don't care if you literally do that, but anyway. Alright, we're going to attack you. Get away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Okay. Can we... Oh, we can easily defeat them. Alright, let's just do that aggressive stance there. Kill them all. Okay, and they are now at the bottom of the sea. We shall. There are only 18 of them left, so let's enslave them. Just for funsies. Just for something different. And now, hopefully, I can force march you back onto land so you're not vulnerable. And public order, magically, my public order is not so terrible. It's still negative, but with public order of 92 overall, that's not a big concern. That shall come around, I'm guessing. So let's make you a... You have a lot of zeal, or sorry, cunning. So we shall make you actually a commander first, just because you already have so much cunning. You're a cunning fellow. Okay. Now let's go to, see, what do we have here? I don't really want to work on anything naval yet. Physical conditioning, that would help my land units. Although I'm probably going to be taking Syracuse before that takes effect. That will take 3 turns. So, let us... we could still do that, just in case the Carthaginians have something to say about my messing with the Libyans. That, let's do this first, and then we'll, well, I would, I really do want to get, where is it? That's not that. Siege, Field Engineer's Workshop. I really would like to get that. We could do boiling oil first, but I think the most important thing is, yeah, this is the most, I think, the most useful thing right now. So let's do that now. Postumia Scapula, I want you to come over here. We will get you on land as soon as possible because you are extremely slow by sea. And lots of fleets. Is that a fleet? Yeah, that's a fleet. They can't really do much damage to me on land, but they could take an unprotected settlement. This is a transport. This is a transport. These are... This is a fleet. Okay, well, I'm not too concerned about that just yet because a lot of them are fleets and not transports, but I have to keep an eye on the transports. Yeah, the transports. So, all right, Alalia, you're doing very well. Wow. Okay, I guess there's something to be said about having an army camped out right there. We are not... Well, we weren't attacked again. I don't think we were attacked again. Were we sabotaged again? No. Okay, well, let's take Syracuse. And you know what? This is not even worth fighting. I mean, no, not at all. I mean, I could, I suppose, waste a lot of time and get very little done in this episode. We shall just auto-resolve, take an aggressive stance. And yay! We have a new settlement. Hooray! Okay. And my Imperium went up, which I suppose is helpful. Right now it isn't really that helpful, but at any rate, we have one more settlement in Magna Graecia. We will just straight up convert that. We shall, if we have enough money, we'll fix that. Yeah, we do. We have enough money to repair that, and we shall give you consecrated ground. So we now have Syracusite that will help me with food production, and public order. No, growth, not public order. Sorry, I jumped to conclusions about what that would give me. So, Italia, you're still going down, but only by 1 point. Magna Graecia, you will hopefully come around. Oh, jeez. We're going to have another rebellion to deal with here if we're not careful. Hopefully it will happen in near Brindisium, and this force combined with the garrison army will be able to defeat it quickly. Or I will have to bring this army back, which would really suck. I mean, I could build another army, but that's just not the way I play. I like to play somewhat historically accurate. I could build an auxiliary army, or an ally army, but I'm not going to do that right now. Alright, let's do diplomacy here. Usually I do diplomacy first, but
Greetings,
not on
friend.
the game here today.
We will
Trade? No. Non-aggression pact. Please take my non-aggression pact. I do not want to kill you right now.
And stood alone against the world.
Again, I'm only doing this because I do not wish to fight them while I am fighting in the south.
A man is judged by his
west, I
friends.
guess. South and west,
A
the southwest.
flapping tongue that speaks without wisdom is not welcome. Be like a spear.
I'm going to save it for
and
the
have a
Ligurians
point.
and see if the Ligurians will take something from me. I'm willing to give them coin. I don't have a ton of
Greetings,
coin, but I
friend.
could give them some coin.
We will speak together of whatever
Yeah,
you
friend.
wish.
Yeah,
but
all
bring
right,
words
friend.
that
Are you a
can
mouth
warm
friend
our
too?
hearts.
With that mustache? With that mouth? No, not a mouth friend. Sorry, you would probably do more damage than anything down there. All right. Well, yeah, I'll give you a gift. That's only moderate. Huh. I will not be your mouth friend. I will not be your friend.
Greetings,
I would say
friend.
eat me, but I'm
We will
afraid that you would
speak
take that the wrong
together
way
of
because
whatever
you've
you
already
wish,
offered to be my
but
mouth
bring
friend. So
words that can warm our hearts.
I suppose you didn't offer. You just threw that out there, and I'm a little bit.
Our ancestors
You won't
were
even be a
proud
mouth
men,
friend, so
and
okay. All right, well, let's end this turn. Ooh, wow, bird. Okay. Hello, bird. Okay. Looks like the Carthaginians are planning a dual-prong attack here, by sea and by land. Which, I did, as I said, I did play a campaign, a Roman campaign. I didn't finish it. I just played a few hours on it, enough to take some of Gaul and most of North Africa. On this mod, just using this mod to see, whether it really was worth the hype. Well, not hype, I guess. Really, if it really said what it said it. If it really did what it said it did, and it did. And the Carthaginians. That was the first time that I played as any faction besides Carthage. I have played as Carthage before. It was the first time that the Carthaginians were actually worth fighting. That makes sense. They were typically the war with Carthage, the Punic War, or Punic Wars, but typically you have only one because they're so weak in the vanilla campaigns anyway. The Carthaginians are, I mean, it's not even really a war. I mean, it's more like just you tearing them apart and them not really doing anything. They were actually really, really tough. They were really good at getting behind my lines and wreaking havoc in other settlements that I had already taken from them and taken from their allies and taken from their client states. They just, in general, caused me a great big headache, and I was actually quite happy with that. Like, that's the way the Carthaginians are supposed to be. So I'm glad that I don't know if I'm guessing it's because of the mod. I'm guessing that the mod did not do that only for Carthage, because they were also, like, fighting the Etruscan League was even a big challenge comparatively, compared to other campaigns that I've had, that I've fought or that I've played. So anyway, I was actually pleasantly surprised by that. Okay, we cannot. What I should have done was just move them down here and recruited, as you cannot, of course, recruit on forced march. I could get mercenaries. I do have money for mercenaries. Let's see. What do I want? I definitely want some. We'll see what their force looks like first. The rebel force looks like first before we. And I'm already at -3. They are going to rebel, so I'm just going to pull these guys out. They're not really stopping anything by being there, and I will see if they pop out at Brundisium. I'll chop them down as soon as possible, and if they pop out at Crescentia, I will chop them down as soon as possible. I also have some more money to recruit mercenaries then, and higher quality mercenaries. So let's just end this turn. I did do some diplomacy, I think. Did I? I think I did. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I want to double check to make sure I did do my spy. Yep, alright, end turn. So we are going through the turns relatively quickly. I'm spending time just babbling, but I suppose some babbling is in order, especially after the day I've had. At least it's justifiable, possibly not in order, but not. Perhaps I'm not worthy of that, but verbal diarrhea. Okay, Chimeria, Pergamon. So my thoughts on Total War Rome 2. Again, I'm not a huge gamer, so okay, it did happen at Crescentia. I'm actually quite I mean, originally when I bought it, I was a little bit disappointed just because the campaigns were so easy. The vanilla campaigns were just, I mean, not a challenge. And I'm not a gamer, and they were not a challenge for me. Like, it was... I'm not bragging there. I'm actually criticizing the game. But I do feel that a lot of the patches have helped. And as I said, the mod that I'm using right now has really, really helped. I don't... Okay, I'm going to step aside from that and just talk about what's happening here. I don't like to sabotage, but I am in a very precarious position here. I don't know if Carthage will take advantage of this uprising and my weakness here to attack Placentia, or if they'll come down to Syracuse, and try and mess with this force here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to poison their provisions. Hopefully that did slow them down or potentially stop them, so they're not causing me trouble. And I'm going to take them out of force march. Can I recruit? I can recruit. What can I recruit? Suki Histadi. What do they have? Let me see what they have. They don't. They do have these. So, can you enforce more? You can't get down there. So, okay, I'm going to buy some mercenaries. Purchase some mercenaries here. Train some mercenaries. And I don't have a ton of money, but I do have some. And that is going to kill my income, but only for one. Well, potentially not even for one turn, because if I can, let's see, if I can, I can't buy them. I can't purchase those. I can't purchase any cav. All right, let's get Peltis then. You can see that my income is being killed, but it is being really killed, really brought down. But if I can beat them here and then disband them, then they won't really cost me. They won't really hurt my income any. And they're gonna run away.
On the move.
Oh, you cowards! No wonder you're slaves. Okay. Do I want to fight this? I mean, it could be fun. I mean, Rorari suck, but and so do levies. But I do have some Peltis. I do have some Hop. You know what? I'm just gonna check out to see how my mercenaries fare. I'm sure. Hopefully, I'll walk all over them. But I just want to see how my mercenaries fare. And you know, then you can't say that I didn't give you a battle, even though it was extremely small scale and not really that, you know, that important. At least we got to kill some computer animated fools here. And they are slaves. They are servile. They will take it and perish. Alright. This is a very interesting, and it appears to be a very interesting map. And I am on high ground, which, of course, is usually a good thing. It's usually beneficial. But I cannot see them, and I have only one group of cavalry, so I can't really do a lot of scouting. Alright, what I'm going to do is... I have mercenaries, and I don't care if... I mean, obviously I don't want them to drop dead, you know. I don't want it to be like where elephants, they have that skill or whatever, where you can just, you know, drive a stake through their skull or a chisel through their skull or whatever, and just have them drop dead right away. But, you know, if they... As long as they survive to kill and do enough damage... Hey, that's all I really care about. They're going to be disbanded, like, as soon as possible. So, I'm probably going to have... Of course, I don't really care so much about my garrison, or my army here with these weak troops, these levies. I'll probably just disband them and get better troops, and this will be the embryo, or the beginnings of my ally force. But mercenaries are what they are. They're paid to kill and maim and go away. So, levies, you guys are terrible, but I do have some peltists. Peltists are somewhat better. Let's see. Marginally better. Yeah. Oh, no way. I didn't search anything. What are you doing? Okay. Again, I apologize for that. I'm trying to not have that happen, but again, new computer and stuff, so apologies. Okay, I'm gonna put my hoplites, my mercenary hoplites, in the center. Rorari, you guys are pretty awful. I'm gonna put you on the left, and my general will be kind of on the center right. And hopefully, we can use, if nothing else, we can use these as flanking forces. Best case scenario, we can butcher that. We can butcher them with my levies and skirmishers, peltists, and then just basically hammer through them with my hoplites, but I am guessing that will be unlikely. So we're going to walk up. No, you do not need to run. Could be beneficial to put my general here on the high point just so we can kind of see. Hopefully that will give me a line of sight bonus or improvement. Okay. Where are they? They are marching uphill, and this will probably actually be beneficial for me. Of course, you know, a lot of people, I don't want to go on a long tangent, I only have a few minutes left here, but a lot of people kind of just, hey, uphill, you know, you have that uphill advantage, do not give it up at any cost. But the problem is that an uphill advantage is only an advantage by how, it's only an advantage and based on how you use it. And I want to be cautious, but the only reason why I'm trying to be cautious here is because I want to be certain as to where they are and use my uphill advantage to my best advantage. It does give you a bird's eye view, but my general is not really gaining anything by being there, so let's move him down. Can't see them. I see one force. They're way down there. Okay. Are they moving? They are moving, you idiots. Huh. Man, you should just sit at the bottom of the hill and make me come to you. Like, that'd be about the only advantage you could possibly have right now. That and the fact you have those Italian noble infantry. We can see only one group of yeah, they're stopping. And that is actually, well, no, they're moving again. They can't see my general. They can see one unit of skirmishers, one unit of levies. They can see my general now, and they're just not. They're basically just reforming and adjusting. Okay, Italian swords, Italian spears, Italian infantry, noble infantry, and skirmishers. All right. Well, let's take all of you except my general. My general can stay there for now, and let's walk you down. And after we get to a certain point, we'll kind of explain at least my view of what a real elevation bonus is, or being on the high ground, the bonus and being on high ground really is. There is an offensive bonus and there is a defensive bonus. If you're really interested in what I'm getting at here, I suggest, if any of you have ever watched, this was the tangent that I was going to actually try to avoid, but I think I'm going to go into it, just touch on it a little bit. If you've ever watched, and there are videos on YouTube of a former BBC documentary, kind of a documentary / game show sort of a thing, called Time Commanders. And some of you, if you've ever watched Warrior of Sparta, he has, talked about he has mentioned how wonderful that program was. And, I thought it was actually very, very well done. There were some things that hint, okay, there are some things that I would definitely change about it, only because it would add to the gameplay and add to the viewing experience, and also add to the educational purpose of that, which it is to some extent with military experts. I'm going to fast forward just so my infantry can get up here more quickly. Military experts such as Eric Nussbacher, I believe from the Royal Military Academy at Sandhurst, and also others like Roman historian Adrian Goldsworthy, one of the premier Roman historians, and also some of you, if you're familiar with military technology, and I am interested in military technology. I don't know the first thing about what makes things tick, but I am interested in military technology and advantages that it gives people. Anyway, away from that, if any of you are interested in military technology, you've probably met vicariously via documentaries and other, like on the Discovery Channel, or potentially if the History Channel is of any use anymore. Mike Lodes is a great person to watch on ancient and medieval, even modern military technology. These gentlemen, there were several others that I can't recall. They were kind of occasional guest visitors. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this and just kind of talk about what's going on here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to position myself such that I can use my charge bonus downhill. Now, charge bonus, obviously this can't be represented in a game, but in real life, charge bonuses can be double-edged swords because it is actually quite difficult if you've tried running downhill, okay, especially for these gentlemen, okay, when they're armed. The hoplites are quite heavily armed, yeah, so they're very heavy spear infantry. To run downhill, get your momentum, and then trip and fall. So it's one of those things that you have to time properly, at least in real life, okay. It can't be something where you just take your guys and just downhill. That's something that you can do in this game, obviously, but I would rather represent something a little bit more realistic, just because, that's kind of what I'm interested in. So I'm going to try and just kind of inch these guys up. They can come and, if they want to tire themselves up by running up the hill, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to kind of target their skirmishers. This is something that, how I'm going to relate that to what I mentioned with time commanders. Is that something that Eric Newspacher goes in actually several episodes, where he kind of goes off on folks who just kind of have this myth that being uphill is just going to give you the all-around advantage. That is not the case. And I suggest that if you're interested in if you're at all interested in what I'm talking about, if you're just interested in time commanders, if you are just interested in military history and technology in general, check out Time Commanders. Again, it's not what I would consider a perfectly run show or whatever. That might be why I'm guessing it got canceled. But Time Commanders was actually, there are several shows somewhat like that. There's another show called Decisive Battles, which I liked. It was good for educational purposes, not so entertaining, of course, but they did use video game technology as well. Okay, we're going to get hit in the flank here, which is perfectly okay. All right, and let's just charge in now. This is the point at which you want to take advantage of your charge bonus. And now my hoplite should be able to beat these spearmen. But anyway, yeah, Time Commanders, for the most part, I feel was quite well done. It wasn't perfect. Nothing is. I'm not perfect. But there's some things that I actually, in the future, hint, hope to use from not copy Time Commanders, but improve and make a better show. And so if anyone is interested in, what I'm doing, or interested in what I'm interested in, or, whatever, and hopefully CA would let me do something like that in the future, once, hopefully, there's something to be gained from my channel and whatnot. I would actually very much enjoy doing something similar to Time Commanders, but changing it up a bit just to kind of improve the reality of it and hopefully get more knowledgeable people involved than the contestants or than the typical ladies and gentlemen who appeared on Time Commanders. And I'm not criticizing the folks who are on Time Commanders at all. It's just, they don't have a history, any real interest in military history or any background in it at all. And that's something I think they actually could have benefited, or they weren't really gamers either. There were some gamers, but for the most part they were not. They were just people having fun, and there's something to be said for that. I'm a person having fun. I'm not trained in military. I'm not trained in any. I don't have military training. But so we are winning on the right here. In the future, I do hope to use YouTube and use, if I have any knowledge, to use it to my advantage and use it to other people's advantage, and hopefully have fun in the process. So I could very easily, if you're interested, write in the comments section or find my Facebook page, or I'm hoping to open up a Twitter account and these sorts of things. I'm on Google Plus as well, and let's just kick some ideas around. I've got some ideas that I'm not just going to openly divulge here, just because this is not necessarily the time or place for it. But yeah, I'm interested in collaborating with folks and improving some things, and having fun in the process. So anyway, we're going to get rid of our skirmishers. We've basically won here. I won on their left, which tends to happen. Call me a traditionalist. The Greeks and Romans, they prioritized the right, and I tend to do that too. Now again, I'm not giving away any hints. You will find times when I change that up. My philosophy when it comes to warfare is keep your enemy off balance most of the time, or have tendencies that your opponents will notice, but then keep them off balance just enough to make them unsure of what you're going to do, and do it enough to make them feel very confident, overly confident in what you're going to do, and what they're going to do, and then every once in a while do something that kind of throws them off. Wildly doing different things all the time does not work, because there are certain things that work most of the time that cannot be ignored when it comes to military tactics and strategy. But I mean, there's something to be said about getting kind of stuck in your ways, but how that's negative. But there's also something to be said about those who in history have done things wildly unorthodox, and that neither works well. So again, obviously hammer and anvil works. That's what I'm doing here. I was hoping to chew through their center, but they did put their their Italian noble infantry in my center, and we are flanking them, but they're still hanging tough. Oh, yes, I am that old. I believe that was New Kids on the Block or something like that. I was never a New Kids on the Block fan. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, I believe that's what that's from. So I am that old. I'm not gonna divulge my my age here. But you can probably guess roughly how old I am. I am not a spring chicken. I'm not an old man. But yeah. Anyway,
Our general has
what?
fallen.
Oh, come on, man. Every battle I have fought, no matter the level of difficulty, I have lost my general. So maybe it's best to put them in infantry units. This didn't happen in my first campaign, the campaign I did before this on this mod. So I don't know if it's just lightning striking 3 times or 4 times or whatever, how many battles I've had, but good lord. Alright. Well, I might as well just use this general unit as cannon fodder now, because they're not useful otherwise. General is dead. And we are getting them to waver, but we cannot beat them. And I guess it's because we are attacking them on their right with Rurari, and Rurari are barely an improvement over Mob. So, anyway. I'm going to fast forward just because this is the same garbage. They're just... Let's watch some of the animations. I haven't done enough watching of the animations. And, yeah, so let's watch some of the animations. Watch any beheadings or people losing limbs or... that's right, we don't have swordsmen. We have only spears, so we're just kind of poking around here. Okay. They have swordsmen. Their swordsmen and shaken. Do I really have to do another hammer and anvil attack? I really don't like doing hammer and anvils if I don't have to, just because I find that to be just kind of like the go-to, and that isn't really... I mean, it is a tactical move, but when everyone does it, kind of takes the fun out of every battle, hammer and anvil, every battle outflanking, every battle pincer movement. And it works. I mean, obviously it works, but it just gets kind of tiresome. There's something to be said about your tactical genius and being able to do that, but I mean, when it happens every single time, it doesn't really have much to do with tactical genius. It has more to do with just the way the game is. And so, oh, we did break them finally. All right. Oh, we didn't break them. They're chasing my cap. Well, okay. All right, let's slow down here and watch a few animations. We can see something somewhat fun. Okay, we can take this group of Rurari. Can we take the Rurari and hit these guys? They're going to beat my Rurari down. But I don't really care. I mean, Rurari are terrible. Alright, let's go back to fast forward and watch some of the animations in fast forward. Again, like I said, this mod is great. And again, the only reason why some of my videos have gone as long as they have, I am trying to kind of cut down on the time that it takes for videos. But in getting a battle in, yeah, you can kind of see that this mod has given a morale boost. And it has also slowed the battles down simply because you just have to slog through three times the number of fools to kill. They're wavering, I'm wavering, everyone's wavering. Now I'm not wavering and they're wavering. Oh, are you serious? Could you go away? Please, go away forever. Go die. Alright, so we hammer and anviled them. I'm sorry about that. And now all that is left... Alright, we'll use our cav to chase them down, and now they've collapsed. Alright. Let's continue just because I want to make sure that they're all dead. Right, fasting forward. Fast forward. Yeah, we've gone almost to 40 minutes here, so we will soon be stopping. We'll be stopping this and ending this episode. Yeah, I just turned my skirmishers, levies and peltests off. What's that called? Fire at will. Toggle fire at will. Just because there's no reason to suffer. I mean, I don't really care, but I mean, there's no real reason to suffer more friendly fire than necessary. That. No, go. Okay. Okay, Rorari, you're just gonna tear yourselves out for no reason. That's just. Oh, that's right. This is. This is a general unit without a general. More anarchy on the battlefield. Okay. And now they're doing the birdie dance. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, we beat them on the left. I was guessing that would happen. Their spearmen are no match for hoplites, or hoplites, if you will. I'm guessing. I don't really know the etymology of hoplites or hoplites. I guess I could check it out, but I'm guessing hoplites is kind of the francophonic way of pronouncing it, with the long I, with the E at the end, the soundless E, the voiceless E at the end. We do not have the money to, and I don't really like these legatuses. They're kind of crappy, but hey, all right. So, they're about the same, but anyway, all right. We'll change that up later. All right. So I'm gonna force march them back into Crescentia. We didn't kill them? What? Oh, jeez. Okay. So we cannot... Well, I'm going to disband these mercenaries anyway, just because they're costing me an arm and a leg, and... Yeah. I'll probably just on my own time... let's see. On my... what's that called? Yeah, my brain is shut down. It's... auto-resolve. I'll auto-resolve that on my own time and just, or I could just bring this army out. I could. Kill the cowards. Alright. Kill them. Die. Yeah, there's like, so there's 74. Okay. They're actually going to kill 1% of my men. Right. Probably because I like decent cavalry to just run them down. Pile on the pain. Alright, we're going to re-enslave you fools. And we're going to march you there. Can we please force march all the way back to Sirakusai? We cannot. Which is going to make them a tad bit vulnerable to potentially this... Oh, this army is in forced march. Okay, and this army is in forced march. They could, I suppose, march up and attack that army. But anyway, alright, without further ado, I'm going to try and see if I can do anything else. I can't. Alright, so I will end the episode here. Once again, I am Ahdohgahlius Magnus. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm sorry that we went over the time limit. I will try and cut that down to maybe a half an hour at most, to 35 minutes at most. But we did have that battle that takes a long time, so because of my mod. Anyway, without further ado, thank you very much. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share also if you'd like to. And I will catch you next time. Ahdohgahlius Magnus, signing off.